In today's video, we're going to talk about what happened for the month of January in Edmonton's real estate market. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and to get that notification, make sure you hit the bell. Hi, this is Melody Wilson with the ReLife team at RE/MAX Elite, and today I'm going to talk to you about what happened with the single-family home market in the month of January. So the Edmonton Real Estate Board stats do show that it's still a buyer's market, which I don't think that's a surprise to most people. The absorption rate actually went up from last month of December to January. So what does that mean? It means that we are actually having more sales. Don't forget, there's lower inventory levels, so the ratios then get balanced out that way. What is going to happen for the following months? That's all for us to see, and we're all very optimistic. Now, cautiously optimistic, but there is some hope in the industry, which is really good and a really good sign for spring market to actually not only just sell your home, but hopefully we see a stabilization of markets so we're not constantly declining like we have been for the last 4.5 years. So when you're looking at the average price for single family homes, if you look at what the price was last month for December to January, and January 2019 to January 2020, we did actually see an increase. So you may wonder where that comes from, because we are and still are in recession. So how does that even happen? Well, if you look at the average price trend in the last 9 to 10 years, the average price actually has gone up from that point. This is a really interesting statistic from the Edmonton Real Estate Board, because when I just sat down with clients to look at what their home is worth, they're still losing money, and their home is no longer even worth close to what they purchased it for. So these real estate statistics can be quite confusing when you're looking at it in general, but what you want to do is make sure we sit down with you to actually look at what your house actually is worth versus going off of if I should sell my home because now Melody's saying the average price has gone up. You want to sit down and see what it actually means for your home specifically. So when you take a look at the Edmonton Real Estate Board's active and sold status for listings, you'll actually see that we had less listings in the month of January than last year and December, but you'll also see that we increased in sales in terms of last December and last January. So the average days on market for single family homes, when you're looking to sell, people wonder, how long does it take me to sell my house? Well, the board says 76 days. And if you take a look at the 13-month trend, it's quite normal to see kind of an inflation of average days on market over the winter months versus the spring months, because spring, summer, average days on market goes down. But when you look at specific real estate stats in terms of each realtor, we all have different statistics. Our average days is just under 30 days. So the market distribution in terms of where are people buying homes, where are the buyers at in terms of what price point? Well, of course, 300 to 400,000 is the most popular price point for buyers. That's where the majority of sales are happening. Interestingly enough, we've had over 7 sales over $1 million just for the month of January. Good signs that people are spending money and feeling positive in today's market. That being said, with the market potentially stabilizing, as a buyer, this is the time to buy. Don't wait anymore. Don't sit on that fence. Everyone's waiting for the bottom out to happen. Pretty sure it's actually already happened. So you want to get in on that and get into a home before the spring market. All the other buyers you're going to be competing against. Yes, you'll have more listings to look at, but you'll have more buyers to compete with, because there may be other buyers that have been sitting around looking and waiting as well. So all this to say is we have some good opportunities for both buyers and sellers for the year 2020. It'll be interesting to see how the February market fares. We're obviously in a slightly warmer temperature now than we were last month, and that always helps in terms of people looking for homes, people selling their homes. Month of March, April, May, it all starts to pick up. So if you're interested in taking advantage of the market, make sure to give me a call, send me a message, and I'd be happy to help you and let you know what your house is worth or how we can get you the best deal when you buy a house. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much for tuning in.